Hi boys and girls, it's Miss White. Today we are on lesson 32 and it looks like this. Make sure you have it out and have a name on it. We are going to get started by talking about syllables. We talked about syllables last time. Syllables are parts of a word, and when we do syllables we can clap to see how many syllables are in a word. So we are going to start. I'm going to give you some words and we're going to clap through them and decide how many syllables there are. So our first word is paper. Paper. 2. Our next word is bus. Bus. Just 1. Next word is yellow. Yellow. 2. Our next word is blue. Blue. Just 1. Next is 7. 7. 2. Next is 14. 14. 2. Next is 20. 20. 2. Our next word is 10. 10. That's just 1. Next we have red. Red. Just 1. And last we have winter. Winter. 2. All right. We are going to get started by getting our sheet of paper out, and we're going to go over our letter sounds. Let me mix them up a little bit so we're not doing the same thing every time. All right. Our first sound is T. 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 That's our letter T, and we're going to write it down. My marker's running out again. Next we have A, O, and we're going to write it down. And next we have H, we're going to write it down. Next we have G, we're going to write down our G. Next is ul. It's our L. We're going to write it down. Next we have P. Letter P. Write it down. Next is A. Our letter A. And we're going to write it down. And I think our next letter is our last letter. Letter N. Letter N. And write it down. All right. Next, we're going to look for some N's down here, and we're going to circle all the capital and lowercase n's we can find. All right, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I found 6. Did you find 6? All right, let's move to our back page. We are going to code these words. Remember our pattern, our vowel consonant pattern, where our vowel gets the brev. So here we're going to find our vowel. We have an A, and next to it is a consonant, a P. So we're going to put that brev on it, and we're going to sound it out. N-ap, nap. And which one of these pictures? Do you remember how we talked about the picture with the window and the sun, and that's how we know she's taking a nap, because it's during the day? We'll draw a line to that picture. Next, we find our vowel, our A, and next to that's a consonant, an N. So we'll draw a brev, and we're going to sound it out. Ant, ant. And we're going to find our little ant down here. Next, we find our A vowel, and we find our consonant next to it. It's an T. We put a brev. We have hat. Hat. Do you see the hat? Draw a line to it. And next we find our A and we put a brev on it because we have an N next to there. And we sound it out. Pan. We're going to draw a line. Now I went out of order from when I usually do it, where I write the word up here, but that's okay. We're going to move on. We're going to move over. We're going to spell nap. N, A, and P. Nap. Next we have ant. A, N, and T. Write it down. All right, next is hat. H, write it down. A, write it down. And T, write it down. And lastly, we have pan. P, A, N, pan. All right, let's read these new words, or these aren't new. We had these yesterday or last time, so let's read them together. An, on, not, and the. Remember, these are real sight words that kind of don't make the right sound. So we have an, on, not, the. All right, I'll see you next time for a new letter.